And welcome back, boys and girls, for part 3, the last part of our 3-part series here for this particular game. Now then, let's see if I can remember where we were. Let's see, roaches heading where? Yes, into the middle of the field. Now once again, right, my previous commentary on why the spreading of creep is important is exactly to do this. See the time it took for the roaches to go from where they were to halfway through the map, or a quarter of the way through the map, was barely nothing at all. And here we've got our corruptors doing some scouting, seeing what's going on here, and then responding accordingly with the roaches coming in. We've been spotted here with the scan, but that doesn't really make any difference because we're going to take all this stuff out anyway. And pretty much from this point onwards, I've got complete control of the map. And you can see what happens as I speed this out, because now we've got some things coming in for drops and whatnot, but nonetheless the roaches are well in hand. The corruptors come in and nuke out the medivacs. That's the end of that healing. And the bio ball goes down in a hurry. Right, and while backing off here, I am, or should be in a second, building. Now, let's take a look at our income tabs. Our Terran is not doing badly at this point. Gas reasonably good. We have harvesters well ahead. We've got minerals well ahead, but his production ability is vastly less than mine. Right, so these units that are disappearing in my little mini battles are actually very, very easily replaced due to the large amount of lava production I've got. And then on top of that, I've got exactly the right units to counter what he has as well. So the values of scouting, absolutely essential. Now I'm going to speed this up a little bit because I don't want to have a fourth movie coming out of this. So here we go. Let's head off down towards the end of the game. Now this base is one of my major issues coming in. I need to make a challenge to that. Which I do a little way down into the game, which actually works out so-so. And I made a mistake there because I underestimated the power of the planetary fortress, as you'll see in a second. What's going on here? Corruptors coming in, reinforced by a Ultralisk. Now Ultralisks are a weirdo unit. I thought they were absolutely excellent, but actually I find that they're super situational. No, Ultralisks are wonderful when it comes to taking down buildings, but in general they will fall pretty quickly to marauders and tanks. And I'm busy amassing my army over here. As you can see, I've got almost a full command group worth of corruptors. I've got my roaches building here. They're being moved into mid-map again, reinforced by one Ultralisk, and I'm making a couple more. And I have some infestors sitting around here. The reason I have the infestors as base defense is they can throw in a quick fungal growth when necessary, and are good at kiting the units towards other units like happened just now. So right now, excellent map control. We've got marauders coming in and getting totaled. We've got our air coverage. Check this out. I'm going to slow this down to normal speed. Take a look at this. We have 9 battle cruisers and 14 corruptors. Look how this battle goes. Focus firing down the battle cruisers. That is the most important thing. Don't let your corruptors fire automatically, just focus fire them down. This entire army, this incredibly expensive army of battle cruisers, was totally annihilated. Right, and our Terran player was sending me a message afterwards telling me he was amazed at how fast this went. And actually, to be honest, so was I. So was I. I mean, these corruptors are absolutely amazing. And now I spotted the advance forward, and then the roaches come in and they clean out. And these battle cruisers can't do bugger all, because if they move forward, they're going to get nuked by the corruptors. So total map control. There is nothing he can do. Let's fast forward this again. And that's 2 more battle cruisers down. And that's how that went. And again, the unit count is not enormous, as you can see, because I've actually already wasted quite a large amount of units in the battles up ahead, or battles before. So there's not really a whole lot of units going on. but I do have a great ability to make units as necessary, and that is absolutely essential. So even on these 2 bases, you see, or 3 bases, I've got total control, and this 3rd base went up completely unbeknownst to our Terran player, so he's completely clueless that I've got it. And he's busy building this one as his 4th base. And this one is going to be impossible for him to keep as well. But first I take down the defensive unit here and clean up that entire area. These Terran units don't have a chance, as you can see. And once again my roaches get annihilated, but what difference does it make? Because I've got so much minerals and so much gas pumping away regularly, I just keep making more. And you know, roaches are fascinating units. I mean, we're talking mid to end game now, and they're still holding their own extremely well. Now I scout this base with my Mutalisk, which is pretty much all they're good for at this stage of the game. And I bring a huge bunch of units to sort that out as well, in just a moment. Getting this base was absolutely key, by the way. Right, it got me a huge amount more units to be able to have around for pretty much everything. 1, 2, 3 bases, and here are the roaches doing their play again. And then going in for the kill here. Look how fast this thing goes down. This is just basically a pure roach army, there's nothing else going on. When his flying units come in, I come through with my Corruptors, but other than that, this nice concave that's happening with the upgraded roaches is all that's needed. And it is important to keep track of the upgrading, because upgrading your units is absolutely essential. And I've got another 6 roaches coming out here. So this entire base is totally gone. It's annihilated, it's finished, it's dim-dim. And it takes him a little while to react to this. You see the mining is still going on. And from this point onwards I pretty much use this central point right here as my staging area for more or less everything else. I'm going to fast forward again through the last portion of this. And here come the aerial units. Corruptors sweep in, nuke the hell out of that. And that's the end of that. I move in for a quick foray and snipe out a few things here. But more or less I'm holding my own now from this staging point right here. And then I'm moving all the production units that I'm creating to that space in order to make sure I can action it quickly. So look at all these harvesters doing absolutely nothing for the Terran guy at this point. This is what? This is 3 command groups worth of harvesters that are harvesting absolutely nothing. And again, roaches and corruptors coming in to completely annihilate the hell out of this. Now here I did make a little mistake, because as you can see I'm moving up to get the base and everything works out well, but I don't realize how powerful this planetary fortress is. And I try to nuke it down for a little bit, but then it starts getting healed by one of the SCVs, so I then move out of the way, because it was nuking too many of my roaches. But look at this, I've still got, you know, 2 lines worth of corruptors, I have an ultralisk standing around here, I've got roaches coming in, and he's trying to rebuild his position here on this base. That's not working out well either, because the moment those guys, the Vikings land, I just bring in the melee units and wipe them out. So they have absolutely no chance. So right now he's only mining off, well, he's mining off basically nothing. He's doing no mining whatsoever, so every single unit I kill is money disappearing for him that he cannot replace. Every structure I kill is money disappearing for him that he cannot replace. So this is going absolutely excellently. He made a massive mistake there and rung all his SCVs right by my ultralisk and got nuked. Here comes some Marines to take out my ultralisk, which works out perfectly fine, but then the roaches can handle them without any problem. And this is the way Zerg should look. Total map control, correct units in the right amounts, brought in across the wonderful creep, quickly when necessary and kept behind lines when not necessary. So corruptors and roaches, this is my end game. All fully upgraded, of course. And now the Marine push his last stand towards the end, really. And I'll slow this down to normal speed to see what happens, to show you what happens. I'm just keeping watch on what's going on with the corruptors. And over here there is absolutely nothing going on. See, our bad karma, our guy over here, totally, the Terran guy, completely amazed. And I'm busy taking yet another base here while all of that's going on. And that's not to be underestimated either. Where, as long as you have the guy, the opponent pinned down, why not go ahead and take his base while you're at it? So he's making another base rather. So he's making one final push with one command group of Marines and a couple of medevacs to try and take out whatever is left on the main base. But of course that proves impossible. And look how fast I get these guys back because of the creep. See, now they're like half a map away and they start to move now. And they get on the creep there. By the time the Marines have made it into my base, the entire army is right behind them. And the creep spread is absolutely essential. Here go down the medevacs. The roaches soon follow. And that is the end of that army. Up go the roaches up the ramp and mop up whatever is left there. And that is GG basically. After a whopping 1 hour and 17 minutes. Where are my roaches? Where are they? Where are they? There they are. They are coming. They're coming from behind. A sneak attack from behind. How very roguish. And away these Marines will die. They're gone and that's the end of that. Voila! And that's GG from there. So let's stop this one. In the last few minutes of this, let's just quickly recap what the hell just happened. Most important lessons learned out of this. Expand early, expand well. And make sure you're creating the right units at any given time. You see, at no time did I actually ever have more than one command group maximum of air units and one command group maximum of ground units. And they did keep dying relatively regularly, but it's so fast to replenish when you've got this bunch of bases and you've got total map control that your opponent is going nowhere. He ran out of minerals ages ago and I denied all expansion possibilities, so he was just from that point onwards utilizing whatever money he had in the bank to do what he could do until it ran out, and there was just no way to come back from that. And this is a nice way for Zerg victory to work. Takes a little time though. I mean, I'm pretty damn sure it can go in less time than an hour, but that's just because I'm being slow. But there you go. Fellas, thank you for this lengthy viewing and being patient to see through all of it. And I will have more, hopefully, victory and defeat movies to be viewed shortly. Feel free to comment down in the comments below. Looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you and bye-bye.